Okay guys, you saw me clean up my outside lathe jaws. Actually, pardon me, my inside lathe jaws. Now it's time to clean up my outside lathe jaws for the 3-jaw chuck. As you can see, those are pretty grungy. I'm going to be putting them in the ultrasonic cleaner first. Get all the grease and grime off of them, and then go into the evapo-rust to take any surface rust off of them. I'm handheld here at the moment until I can get these in this. Got this set for a 50-minute runtime, and I can't remember right off what the 60 has to do with temp, but I can't remember for sure exactly what that is. I'm going to have to look up the manual on it. This is a TrueSonic TS 2.5 liter ultrasonic cleaner. Got it off of eBay. It does wonderful work. Let's cook. Don't worry, I'll let it out my armpit. Well, it looks like all the grease and grime is gone. Bring some cute. Impacted pretty hard on the ground on my left elbow and on my back. Hit my head on the side of the state truck. I asked the state guy if he saw that truck jump out there and hit me, and he said, I sure did. He's a pretty good guy. We've worked some of the same places when he was working on some Department of Energy sites. You know, they say you're only 6 degrees of separation from somebody. Either knowing them, working with them, or kin to them. That didn't clean up quite as well as the other one did overall on the grime, but there was one of them. This might have been it. There was one of them for some reason was much grimier than the others. We'll see. I asked a question on the home hobby machining. Maybe some of you guys can answer this about using evaporust in the ultrasonic cleaner with heat. One of the individuals on there came back with a comment, said, don't do it, it will turn everything black. I said, are you speaking from experience? And you don't oil them or put them in the evaporust as soon as you can, they will flash rust. Show you some new stock I got in. This is 1/2 inch hex brass, 2 pieces that are in pretty nice shape. No major dents or nicks or anything, so those should be good. Keep forgetting which way to go on this thing. As double boost would say, hexi bar always comes in handy. See who this came from. Well, I don't recognize that name. Can't adapt and overcome. There's some nice drops. Look to be cold roll, 1018. 1018 is what it's supposed to be, and that definitely does not look like hot roll. That's got such a nice finish on it. You would almost think it's, oh, let me get it up in frame. You would almost think it's been machined, but doesn't show to have been machined. Three pieces, 1.5 inches. That ought to come in good. Getting frame burn. 3 pieces of 1.5 inches, 1018 cold roll, about 5 inches long. Should come in handy. About 5 inches. All right. Oh, there we go. Well, we're back. A little farther down the road than I thought it would be. I've been very busy. Left this stuff in the evaporust. Let's see if it did it any harm. Looks like it might have turned it black. I don't have any running water out here in this building, so dip them in this and dry them off. And need to get a can of baby powder out here so I can get these extra gloves on. Baby powder works great. For putting an extra gloves on. It has for the last 28 years anyway. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, may have found a new way to blue these things. Or blacken them. It's coming off. That's good. Let's see what a brush will do to it. Oh yeah. What those look like before I put them in here, that's looking real good. Good thing is, the temperature of the water's been cool. Don't know. Oh yeah. Saw what they looked like before, so this is what they're looking like after. Very nice. If anybody's been watching Randy Richards' videos, he's been doing a tutorial on what is it, G-code? I told him he was trying to do what my IT guy did at work for a long time. Our IT guy said he was going to eventually drag me into the 21st century. It might be kicking and screaming, but he's going to drag me in here. I never wanted to write code for computers. Didn't want to write programs. I did want to use them. I got no problem with using them. You write me a good program, I'll use it all day long. As far as writing them, I never had any desire for that. But Randy's having a pretty good tutorial. Even I was understanding it. The last one was on ordinate measurements, like basing all your measurements off of one spot, and that way you don't duplicate your error down through the measurements. What do you think, guys? Looked like it cleaned up pretty good. I can't tell, but that almost looks like it's got a bronze tint to it. Of course, I am colorblind, or not colorblind, but color deficient in red-green, so of course it could be that brass brush I was using. Looks like that might have pitted that just a little bit right there. I'm talking about the rust, not the vapor rust. Randy Richards is the nicest guy I've never met. Sure would like to meet him. I was wanting to go out to the Lathe I this year, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get there. We have put in a bid on 10 acres of land, and it's for my son, but I told him that to save him some money, I'd go in halves on it with him, and with the understanding that when I pass and my wife passes, it's his. We would be partners on it. Now my wife's all hopped up about moving. I should have just shot myself in the head and been done with it. I think I told you all earlier in this video that I'd slipped on the ice the other day. That set me back a few days. Bifocals will kill you, people. When you look down with bifocals on where you're going to stand or step, and you don't go ahead and adjust so you're actually looking through your glasses instead of bifocal, and what looks like a rock turns out to be a sheet of ice, well, it just didn't go good. But that's the way things are sometimes. These are going to require just a little bit of polishing, but nothing major, I don't think. And they'll be good to go. I'll put a little bit of our favorite water displacement oil on them here until I can get them buffed, or polished rather, and they should be good to go. I certainly don't want them rusting again. Two down, one more to go. Everybody sees a good work table on Craigslist in East Tennessee and they don't want to bid on it, please give me a call. I need a good work table. I've got one. I got to get it out of another building, but it's plywood topped, but it would be excellent as a base to put a sheet of half-inch steel plate on top of. Thought I had me a surface plate. Found one on Craigslist. 18 by 24. $50. I told them I couldn't get down there that day, but if they would hold it for me, and I'd even be willing to give them some down on PayPal if they'd hold it for me. And they answered me back and said somebody else had already called. They were coming to buy everything they had. There was a machine shop closing down. They had some other things advertised, but the only thing I really wanted and needed and felt like I could part with the money on was that surface plate. It looked like a nice one too. Of course, you know some of that stuff on Craigslist is a scam, but I told them if something happened, give me a call. I couldn't go that day because I had doctor's appointments and stuff, and had to talk to people about the land, and we had already set up to go look at it with the agent. And right now that land's a little more important than a surf grinder. Or pardon me, surface plate. I gotta get my friend. I got a friend who was a sound man for a rock band. Traveled all over the place with them doing the sound. If you've ever done sound, whether at the church or I think I've told you all this story too, you get all the blame and none of the credit. But anyway, I need to get Steve. He makes music. I need to get him to do me some, write me a short piece of proprietary music I can use on my channel. I love the fanfare for the common man, but I don't know if that's in the public domain or not. What I'd like to have, like Flathead Ron, he's got all that music on those old jukeboxes. I don't know if it's in the public domain or not, or if he's got licenses to use it. I know we had to get licenses at our church for some of the music we recorded, put on DVD. We had some pretty good singers. And music, good music, let me put it that way, in a church service can call down the Lord, call down the Spirit faster than anything. Just some connection we make with that music. I've been to church services that the choir got going and singing got to going and people started going to the altar. The singing never stopped. We would just move on to another song. And when people finally quit going to the altar, the service ended. Because the preacher knew enough not to ruin it with preaching. Lord, those almost look like brass. I'm handheld here at the moment until I can get these in this. Got this set for a 50-minute runtime, and I can't remember right off what the 60 has to do with temp, but I can't remember Whoa, that was close.